Global corruption is a pervasive blight infecting nations, rich and poor alike. It's not just about small bribes, it's systemic theft on a grand scale. Public funds meant for citizens are diverted, crippling essential services like healthcare and education. Trust between people and governments erodes, leading to instability and conflict. Powerful individuals orchestrate this theft, operating in the shadows as enablers. They create systems for illicit money flow and hide stolen assets. These players include government officials, unscrupulous business people, and professionals aiding criminal enterprises. Trillions are siphoned off yearly, laundered through networks, ending in offshore accounts or luxury assets. This wealth could transform lives, building schools and hospitals, but instead it enriches a corrupt few. The impact on ordinary people, especially the vulnerable, is devastating. Understanding this hidden rot is the first step. Corruption has real victims and perpetrators. It thrives in darkness. To combat it, we must shine a light on these hidden players. Dismantling protective structures is crucial. The challenge is immense, but it's one we must meet for fair governance and global stability. Anonymous companies are central to global corruption, masking the identities of corrupt individuals. Known as shell companies, they exist only on paper, with no real operations or employees. Their purpose is to obscure ownership, creating a barrier between corrupt actors and stolen assets. These companies are getaway cars, allowing criminals to escape scrutiny. Money funneled into them can cross borders easily, appearing as legitimate assets. This process, known as money laundering, is facilitated by anonymous companies. Many jurisdictions offer services to create these entities with minimal questions. This creates a global marketplace for secrecy, benefiting those with something to hide. Without anonymous companies, corruption would be harder to conceal. The flow of dirty money would be more visible, making it difficult for corrupt officials to enjoy ill-gotten gains. The ability to form companies without revealing true ownership is a critical loophole. Closing this loophole is essential in the fight against global corruption. Secret companies operate simply yet effectively, often starting in secrecy jurisdictions. These places offer anonymity, with beneficial owners not publicly recorded. Nominee directors and shareholders act as fronts, creating layers of obscurity. A corrupt official might use a lawyer or agent to set up a shell company, hiding their name. The shell company might own assets directly, or be part of a complex structure. This structure involves multiple shell companies in different jurisdictions, creating a confusing chain. Financial institutions often play a role, knowingly or unknowingly. Banks are supposed to perform due diligence, but layers of shell companies make this challenging. Money can be wired into accounts, moved or used to purchase luxury items, appearing legitimate. This web of secrecy protects the corrupt, allowing them to hide vast sums and evade accountability. Law enforcement faces hurdles, navigating complex laws and uncooperative jurisdictions. The system is designed to frustrate justice and protect ill-gotten wealth. The secrecy of anonymous companies has a devastating human cost. Stolen public funds mean less money for essential services. Schools remain unbuilt, hospitals lack medicines, and infrastructure crumbles. These consequences are felt most by the poorest, denying them opportunities. In resource-rich countries, wealth should benefit all, but corrupt deals siphon profits away. Citizens see little benefit, trapped in poverty, while officials enrich themselves. Corruption undermines democracy, eroding public trust and leading to unrest. Fair competition is stifled, with honest businesses unable to compete. Dirty money inflates property prices, making housing unaffordable. Legitimate businesses risk involvement in money laundering. The price of secrecy is paid by citizens deprived of services and societies weakened by distrust. Imagine the son of a president in a poor country with a modest official salary. Yet he amasses enormous wealth, owning luxurious mansions and sports cars. This scenario is real, playing out worldwide, often rooted in corruption. It involves abusing power and access to state resources. The president's son might take kickbacks or be involved in illegal resource sales. Illicit funds need laundering to appear legitimate, where anonymous companies come in. A network of shell companies in secretive jurisdictions conceals ownership. Stolen money is channeled through these companies purchasing assets. On paper, assets aren't linked to him, making it hard to prove illegal wealth. The gap between official salaries and lavish lifestyles is a red flag for corruption. Anonymous companies shield corrupt individuals, mocking accountability and justice. The fight against corruption hinges on transparency. Secrecy fuels corrupt dealings. Shining a light is crucial. Knowing who owns companies deters illicit use. Transparency makes it harder to hide stolen assets, easier to follow the money. Public registries of beneficial ownership are key, requiring companies to declare true owners. This information should be public, allowing scrutiny by journalists and citizens. Some countries have started implementing such registries, a positive step. Opponents cite privacy concerns, but the public interest in preventing corruption is immense. Anonymity in company ownership serves the corrupt, not the public good. By demanding transparency, we demand accountability, ensuring companies operate in the public interest. Global Witness is at the forefront of fighting corruption. Co-founded by Charmian Gooch, they investigate and expose corruption links to resource exploitation. They uncover how resources fuel violence and are plundered by elites. Their work is dangerous, requiring courage and determination. They conduct field investigations, analyze financial data, and work with whistleblowers. Their reports expose networks, pressuring governments and corporations for change. Global Witness advocates for stronger regulations and transparency. Their campaigns highlight the impact of corruption, focusing on resource-rich countries. Their advocacy has led to policy changes, like the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. Organizations like Global Witness act as sentinels, challenging the powerful and giving voice to victims. In 2014, Charmian Gooch was awarded the TED Prize for her bold vision. Her wish was to know who owns and controls companies, ending anonymity. This was a direct challenge to the system of secrecy. Her TED Talk described anonymous companies as getaway cars for the corrupt. She explained how they enable corruption, tax evasion, and more. The TED Prize amplified her call for transparency, sparking global conversations. It encouraged governments to consider public registries of company owners. Her wish was about creating a fairer system, empowering citizens with information. Transparency is essential for good governance, building trust and accountability. The path forward requires a global effort to end anonymous company abuse. Strong regulations must mandate beneficial ownership information collection. This information should be public, allowing scrutiny and deterring corruption. International cooperation is essential. Corruption is a global problem. Countries must share information and close loopholes for hiding assets. Secrecy havens must face pressure to reform, leaving no place for dirty money. Political will is crucial, prioritizing transparency over vested interests. Citizens play a vital role. Public demand for transparency drives change. Civil society, journalists, and activists must continue to expose corruption. Educating the public about corruption's impact is important. An informed citizenry is a powerful force against secrecy and abuse. A world with less corruption is achievable with persistence and collaboration. Ending anonymous companies strikes a blow against global corruption. We can create a system where public resources serve the public good. The fight for openness is a fight for a just and equitable future.